Bulls fans.
Great piece.
Outstanding. Those were a couple of people there. Can you imagine how many more Bills fans there are that have some sort of connection? Oh, we have some breaking news here also, Green.
Get to it.
Cam Jurgens not expected to play today. He is expected to be out today at center for the Philadelphia Eagles. It looks like they're going to slide Landon Dickerson over to center and then put Tyler Steen in at guard. We are officially waiting the official inactive, but he is not expected to be out there today, Cam Jurgens, and that will be a loss for the Eagles' offensive line against a Commanders' defensive line that will be without Deron Payne. You see them huddling up there. It looked like he felt like he just couldn't play today with the back end.
That was him that you saw, for those who don't know what he looked. That was him there with the ball, and we have cameras on the field, and so we'll keep an eye on it. Again, it is not official, as Shefty mentioned. The inactives will come in about 13 minutes. But there he is again, right there, and you see him handing the ball off to Dickerson, who now, it would appear, is going to be the center for today. I'm sure this is a very frustrating moment for Cam Jurgens, but we are not expecting to see him out there. I'm told I have Sal Palantonio ready to go in Philadelphia with more on this. Hello, Sal. What can you tell us about Cam Jurgens in this situation directly in the middle of that outstanding offensive line?
Yeah, Cam Jurgens, Pro Bowl center, had a problem with his back earlier in the week. He did not practice on Thursday, limited on Friday. Didn't participate in the walkthrough on Saturday. Came out, as you could see, and was working on his back, specifically after the snap. You could see they were trying to bend him back to see how his back was reacting. Clearly, you could see on his face that he was in pain. Jeff Stoutland, the offensive line coach, was working out with him. And then Howie Roseman, the general manager, came out. They had a little bit of a talk. Then Cam Jurgens went back into the locker room. And you know that pregame we're not allowed to talk to players on the field. So we watched him go back into the locker room. And we will wait for the injury report in about 12 minutes to find out specifically whether Cam Jurgens will be active in this game. If he does not start at center, Landon Dickerson, Pro Bowl right guard, will move to center, and Tyler Steen will play right guard. Is it a significant downgrade? It is not. It is different for sure. It's definitely something they've been working on all week. I was there at practice on Thursday. Landon Dickerson was taking all the snaps at center, and he is definitely capable of playing center for this football team. And, you know, Tyler Steen is bigger, actually, than Cam Jurgens. So you add more beef to already an offensive line that is the heaviest in the National Football League. With Cam Jurgens in there, it's 1,688 pounds. You add Tyler Steen, take Jurgens out, it's over 1,700 pounds. So it's actually bigger with Tyler Steen in there. And I think they'll be fully capable of running the ball with Saquon Barkley, doing the tush push. I don't think it'll be a major issue. The one thing that you have to watch is they're in the shotgun all of the time. Jalen Hurts lines up in the shotgun all of the time. So how Landon Dickerson snaps the ball to Jalen Hurts would be a significant thing to watch. But we will see in about 12 minutes whether Cam Jurgens is active in this football game, Greeny.
All right, outstanding work, Sal, right there watching it all happen, and we'll wait for it. All right, let me hear directly from you guys. The offensive line is one of the primary reasons the Eagles are what they are. Saquon Barkley is 148 yards away from literally setting an all-time record for most yards rushing by any player in any season in NFL history. How important is this absence for them today, Rex?
Well, I mean, obviously it's a big absence just because Jurgens is a really a fine player. But Landon Dickerson, let's not get it twisted. This guy was a two-time All-American at Alabama as a center.
Right.
Okay, so this is not the first time you're going to move a guard to a center. All right, so this guy's absolutely spectacular at center. All right. And the fact that they're putting the bigger body in there. Why? Because they're going to pound that football. And to me, stay with the formula. It makes perfect sense to me. A nose tackle, though, sometimes you put in a backup center and things like that. You put the better player there at center. And that's why they're moving Dickerson in. They've had other guys, but you move Dickerson in there, you got the better player at center.
Listen, I don't want to make too much of this. There's a reason, though, Cam Jurgens is the starter. Yeah. Okay, there's a reason that's their starting lineup, and this has been their biggest strength all season is this offensive line. the big thing also is communication here, right? It's not just the QB center exchange under center. It's not just the shotgun mechanics. He makes every protection call, right? Where are we going in run game and pass? And I know they've had the reps all week. Let me tell you, though, it's hard to simulate tush-push in practice.
Exactly.
You walk through those things.
Yes.
You don't do those full tempo. It's a different animal, game speed. So not to say it can't be done and teams don't shuffle around like this, but again, it's playoffs. They haven't done it all year.
Have you ever found out right before a game that your starting center wasn't going to be able to go, and what was that like for you?
If this happens, again, I would say this. Listen, you get so accustomed. I can't tell you the thousands of reps you've had with your starting center. It's something you don't even have to think about anymore. QB center exchange, communication, shotgun snap, you know right where it's going to be. All of a sudden, it's just another element in the biggest game so far this year that you have to worry about, right? In tush push, there's anxiety now. I got to make sure I got the snap, right? Shotgun, I'm a little more cautious with all that stuff. So it's another element, another distraction potentially to deal with.
Well, it's not like he got hurt on Friday. Like, you know what I mean? So they had all week with them.
Yes.
So I just think that, I think they're going to be just fine. And the reason Jurgens is a guy, because that's their best five, no question about it.
And I think a reason we don't feel any type of reserve is that they've got the best offensive line coach in the game, probably also. And they've worked on it all week.
A reminder that Jalen Hurts is playing with an injured knee and will be playing with a brace today. So
no limitations.
They say no limitations. I get that. But let's see the first time that he tucks it and runs just exactly how limited he isn't. I'm not saying he's going to be, but every defensive player I've had on all week has said they're going to make him prove he can do that. We'll find out. The one thing we know for certain, Saquon Barkley is going to be running with the football today. He has the chance, as I mentioned, to pass Terrell Davis for the most rushing yards in any season ever. He will take us through his journey. Cannot wait until Randy Moss is right back here with us where he belongs as we count it down to today's games and to the Super Bowl. Now, it is time for postseason plays brought to you by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Aaron Dolan, our betting expert, is here. Let's take a look at some of the popular prop bets today. Aaron, what are your favorite plays? What's your number one favorite play today?
Well, Greeny, my favorite play that's listed here on the board has to be Xavier Worthy anytime touchdown scorer. He scored in 3 of the last 4 games and also scored against Buffalo in the regular season. But the key here is his production just continues to keep increasing. Right now, he currently accounts for 38% of the red zone targets since week 14. He's also averaging 8.8 touches over the last month. And the Buffalo Bills defense, I don't expect them to really slow him down. Buffalo currently allowing the 3rd highest QBR when targeting wideouts. Now, touchdown props are always super fun. You could bet these outright. You could also bet these in a parlay. You could also do a same game parlay. So for me, I'm going to go with Xavier Worthy anytime touchdown scorer today, Greeny.
And we're going to make this part of our parlay, and we are going to boost it, baby. I will tell you that.
Boost it, baby.
I am going with Travis Kelce to go over 70 receiving yards. I chose this one because it seems like a gimme. He has gone 14 consecutive playoff games in which he has got at least 70 receiving yards. So I'm going to say he's going to make it 15 today. I've got Kelce and the over on his prop. Rex.
Pressure.
A lot of pressure here after last week's terrible performance. A.J. Brown, I'm still mad at you. All right, but by the way, Aaron has not missed when we've done these parlays. Okay, however, I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley. Over 125 yards. He might not get the 148 that he needs to get the all-time rushing record, but he'll go over that number. That's going to be my parlay pick. Boost it, baby. Boost it,
baby. And we're actually boosting it sky high this week. Here's the parlay. If Xavier Worthy scores a touchdown, Travis Kelce has 70 receiving yards or more, and Saquon Barkley rushes for at least 125 yards, you will get plus 829 odds on a parlay bet only at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. So that is the boost. Boosted, baby, are the words. Go ahead to ESPN Bet Sportsbook and play along with us if you would like. Am I told we do have news, Shefty? It is official?
All right, Cam Jurgens is active. Active. Doesn't mean he's going to play. We don't know yet. I've texted with the Eagles. They said we can't say he's anything more than active right now. So it could just be that he's in a backup emergency role in the event that they need him. We'll see when they come out. But obviously, we thought we'd have clarity 90 minutes prior to kickoff, and there's not clarity because he is active. I still believe in the end, Landon Dickerson will wind up starting, and Tyler Steen will wind up starting at guard, but there's no official confirmation. For now, Cam Jurgens is active.
Does that tell us anything? Is that we were all sitting here expecting to hear that, to be frank, that he was inactive for today's game. Probably still not going to play, but he is definitely going to be dressed. Is that significant to anybody sitting here?
I mean, obviously, we'll find out, you know, to get the information back and forth. Listen, we saw him working out, though. He was close, right? And so it very well could be an emergency situation. Listen, get him to get in there and be able to handle the ball and the snap and get through a game.
And in an emergency situation, I mean, if he's just standing on the sideline, you got to think he's probably going to get stiff, and I don't know how that's going to go.
Heat pack.
But, yeah.
We'll find out.
Stretch it out. Keep him on
Once
the bike.
again, that's not the news we were expecting.
Hypers.
Maybe it's good news for the Eagles. We'll have to wait until kickoff to find out. As we continue, much more on the Eagles. Jalen Hurts been dealing with that knee all week. We'll take you live.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay mình lại làm những video tô mổ để gửi tặng tất cả các bạn đây. Đây là những đồ vật, con vật của mình chuẩn bị tô mổ để gửi tặng tất cả các bạn. Đấy. Những sản phẩm của mình rất chi là nhiều, đây. Và không thể thiếu được hộp xăm mổ của mình này các bạn ơi. Hộp xăm mổ giúp mình tạo ra những sản phẩm tuyệt đẹp. Và bây giờ các bạn cùng theo dõi mình tô mổ nha. Chưa tô mổ không?